When I came back to Paducah in 1979 and began practicing with my father, I went back there not so much because I had an attraction to returning. I really wanted to not live and practice law in the shadow of my father. He was a great lawyer, a great judge, and I just really didn't want to go that way, but I felt like it was the right thing to do. He had supported me through law school, and while he and I had never really collaborated, I thought it might be an opportunity to get to know him in a way that I never had. So it was to be, actually. But when I arrived and began practicing in June of 1979, within 3 months, he came to me, said that there was an opportunity. At that time, Mark Bryant was the Commonwealth's attorney in Paducah, and he had an associate who had moved on, and an assistant, and my father said, I think you would enjoy the experience of trying cases. You seem to want to be a trial lawyer, and the best way to learn the skills of being a trial lawyer is to try cases, as many as you can, and only in the Commonwealth Attorney's Office can you get that experience in Kentucky. And he was right. And so Mark offered me the position of Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney in the fall of 1979, and it was a tremendous opportunity.
Everything your father said it would be.
It was, and I remember my first jury trial. Judge Brandon Price on the bench had quite the reputation for being fair but firm. And of course, when you're as young as I was then, you live kind of in fear of seasoned judges because you know you're going to make a mistake. And I think in those days, judges really had a different persona than we see today. But when the trial was over, as I was gathering my books and walking across this wooden courtroom and listening to the echo of my shoes hit the floor, which grounded me in the spot of being in that courtroom. He says, Mr. McMurry, may I see you at the bench? Yes, Your Honor. And the courtroom had cleared. And so I came to the bench, and he says, I want you to have this. And so it was a cassette tape. He said, I recorded your closing argument. I thought it would be something that you might like to have. And in those days, recordings were certainly not done in courtrooms, certainly not by the judges. Today it's commonplace in Kentucky. Every trial is videotaped. I was very honored by that, and he was very complimentary of my work in that case. And it was important. It's kind of like the first jump. You want to know you did well.